Hello students. Go ahead and write the title today for vocabulary video notes, Plate Tectonics 2. This vocabulary video notes, if you remember, is the one where you draw the pictures and you make original sentences, but you don't have to have a summary. If the video is going too fast, you can just always pause it or rewind it. Alright, let's begin. First term is Pangaea, and it is spelled a little different than what you would. The word actually comes from Latin, which means all earth or connected earth. And there it is right here. Pangaea is when the earth, all the land at least, was connected in a supercontinent. And then it was mostly near the equator. A lot of the land was near the equator. Nobody knows exactly what shape Pangaea had, but they know that at least for some pieces we know, like South America and Africa were connected. And we know of Pangaea because of fossils. For example, if you're a T-Rex and you were living in Africa, you could just walk to South America, walk back, walk over here. You wouldn't have to like cross oceans. But nowadays, you do have to cross an ocean to get to, let's say, from South America to Africa. So the only reason, the explanation, is that it must have been connected. And it looks like puzzle pieces, like they are connected. Here's the original sentence. This one, like always, I always give you the first one. Write fossils of various organisms supports the idea that Pangaea once existed. Pangaea was not the only time all the Earth was connected, but it's the most recent time. And it happened around the time of the dinosaurs, which is about 65 million years ago. Go ahead and draw this image now, and then we'll move on to 2. Don't worry about the details about naming every continent. Just as best as you can, draw the Earth, and then draw some of the continents connected as best as you can. As long as I see an effort, you can get an A. Okay, moving on to number 2. The Ring of Fire. Very correctly called because it looks like a ring, like a circle. So here it is. I'm going to trace it with this mouse pointer here, right there. And this right here is called the Pacific Plate because the Pacific Ocean is sitting on it. Here's the North American plate where we live. So here this plate is crashing with this tectonic plate here. All around the Ring of Fire, we call it the Ring of Fire because there's a lot of volcanoes. It's the outer rim of the Pacific tectonic plate, and a lot of explosive volcanoes happen here, especially in Alaska, Japan, South America, Central America, and around the east as well, like the Philippines. Most of explosive volcanoes happen here, and we'll talk about that in detail another time. You just need to know that you are part of the Ring of Fire. You live next to the Ring of Fire. Because O'Donovan, California, Los Angeles, I'll be right here. Okay, take a minute to, as best as you can, draw the Ring of Fire. Here's the original sentence. Go ahead and come up with one right here in this spot. The last idea for today is a subduction zone. A subduction zone is when one tectonic plate sinks under another one. When we talk more specific about volcanoes, this is actually the key of why we have so many volcanoes in the Ring of Fire. It's when the oceanic plate, remember the oceanic plate is thinner, and the continental plate, remember the continental crust is thicker. It's when one of them converges and then slides under. So subduction zone is where one tectonic plate slides or sinks under the other one, and it can cause very explosive volcanoes. A lot of these areas here around the Ring of Fire, there's subduction going on. There's subduction zones. That means one continental plate is sinking under another one. The Pacific plate is sinking under the North American and other plates, which causes a lot of explosive volcanoes. For now, just know that when subduction zones, when one tectonic plate goes under the other. Go ahead and come up with an original sentence for this one, and then that's the end for this video. Have a good day and move on to the next step.